I'm Catherine Ross, and I'm here live from the NYSE with Jim Cramer. Jim, we got to kick it off. First of all, it's a half day in the markets, but let's kick it off with our real money stock of the day, which is Symantec. Now, I know that you talked to CEO Rick Hill over at a corporate governance conference.
Yeah, if you go back to our beginning of June corporate governance conference, Rick Hill, I told him, I said, listen, you don't have to talk about it because he had just come in a month before as interim CEO, but he wouldn't. He said, listen, I got to talk about it. This is a great company. He basically just said, you should buy it. It was very similar to what he said when he came on Mad Money and said you should buy Novellus. And then Novellus got sold to Lam Research. Rick's been on 19 boards. When Rick gets appointed to a board, you buy it. When he gets a official job, you buy it. He's a remarkable man. He's also a family friend. And I did not become his friend until after he finished his role at Novellus. I don't want anyone to think that it's not about friends, it's about money. Rick became a family friend. We vacation together. My daughter calls him Uncle Rick. He's a sensational guy. And he was interim CEO, but you knew he was going to bring out value, which is why if you attended our conference, you just made a fortune because it's not done going up either. I think stock can go to 28. I don't think Rick wants to sell out this low. Rick works in conjunction with Starboard, just so you know.
Let's switch and let's talk about the news of the morning, which is definitely that Bruce Linton, co-CEO of Canopy Growth, is now out. He had a phoner with CNBC this morning saying that he was terminated.
Well, yeah, he was terminated. I mean, that was going to happen. I talked about it last night with the CEO of Green Growth because the June 28th conference call for Constellation was quite jarring, where Bill Newland said he's not happy at all with Canopy. So then you knew that Bruce was done. Bruce built the company. Bruce got the $4 billion. My hat's off to Bruce. $4 billion from Constellation, but he had been an executive in water, executive in telco and Newbridge. But this is a very big job. And I think it's kind of like when Frank Slootman took ServiceNow to where it had to go, and then he turned it over to John Dono. It was time for a more buttoned-down CEO to come in. Why do I say that? Because Linton was in charge of the medicinal side of Canopy, and Constellation was in charge of the recreational side. The medicinal side is a very serious side. I mean, you need a guy like from Novartis for that side. So I'm looking for someone, or you can go someone even retail, like last time with Green Growth, we had the Schottenstein, that's a Schottenstein company, where it's about retail. But you cannot have a guy like Linton be your lead if the issue is medical. And the reason why you can't is because if you go to what Scott Gottlieb said on our air, he's the FDA head, the issue is dosing. You can't predict dosing. That's why GW Pharma is such a good stock. I remain liking that. So if you're going to do anything in specifically with medicine, you're going to have someone who's a pharma guy. And Bruce was not. No offense to Bruce. Bruce is a jack of all trades. They need someone in there who is very serious about medical and what it'll mean.
Now, that's a question that I think that all of our investors and our viewers are wondering is in a year, where is Canopy Growth?
Well, look, Canopy is the proxy. I mean, Canopy, it has the war chest. Only Kronos is the similar war chest. Kronos is a very good company. And so what happens is, if you have that kind of money, you're going to dominate. And he was. I mean, look, the revs were good, but he was spending way too much. And Constellation is a very rigorous company. Constellation knows that beer, knows that wine was going away. No, in states, now this is a much disputed thing, but I get my information from Deport Chart, the Green Market Report. Used to be standing where you are, one of my friends from I hired at TheStreet and loved, that when you have wine, okay, and beer, and cannabis wins, particularly among millennials, because it doesn't put on weight, okay, and it is, let's just say, works faster, and it is obviously winning its share against traditional spirits. So when Rob Sands made this landmark deal with Canopy, he put the money there so that they would dominate, and I do not think that they could dominate under Bruce. I love Bruce. I mean, I'm very close to him because he was our teaching. I thought he did great in the teaching. He was with Bill.
That was a fantastic interview that you had.
Yeah, we got put together some good teachings. I don't know, a little wistful here. But I do feel that they got to go to the next level. And I don't know, and that's no insult to Bruce. Bruce did great. And there's just a lot of people who got to get to the promised land, but you got to hand it over.
Let's switch gears. Let's talk about Tesla. They released delivery numbers that beat expectations last night. Jim, what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, look, Tesla, no analysts really changed their view. It did take off the demand question. The demand seems stronger. But I'm going to be with the analysts. Don't change your view. I mean, look, I think it does eventually get faded. I think it does fade. Look, this is a market that likes McDonald's, it likes Pepsi, likes Mondelez. It's a market that really, really is addicted to the consumer packaged goods stocks, not to the autos. And we got to remember that.
All right, and in honor of
consumer packaged goods stocks are doing so well. I mean, I was looking at Mondelez. I had them ones. I've had Procter on. I've had PepsiCo on. The McDonald's on. These are very well-run companies. Starbucks. Look at those stocks. I mean, those are stocks you buy when interest rates go down, and we've not really seen this kind of plummeting of rates so quickly. So those stocks are directly correlative to the 10-year, but they're also well-run. I got to do a series about that.
So,
just musing out loud. I mean, how did Merck get to 86? Well-run. Keytruda. How did McDonald's get to 210? Well-run. PepsiCo. Well-run. So I'm going to do that series when I get back.
Sounds like he just gave you a wish list of stocks to watch.
Yeah.
All right, now
David Taylor's doing such a good job at Procter. Really good.
Let's talk in honor of July 4th. Let's do an investing education question.
Okay.
What are 3 ways that people can become financially independent?
Okay, so all right, so this is really important because it's not all stocks. Number 1, healthcare. You've got to be sure you have the right healthcare. Healthcare bankrupts people. 50% of the bankruptcies in this country are caused not by student loans, but by inadequate healthcare. So get that healthcare situation underway. Second, credit card debt. I got out of school, I had $25,000 credit card, I had like 7 different credit card companies. No, you can't possibly make up the interest that the credit card company charge. Third, many people feel I don't have enough, or I have a student loan, I have this or that. I'm not asking you to put away $500 a week. I'm asking you to put away $5 a week. Do that. That's all. I was reviewing my IRA and my kids' uniform gift to minors this morning, just because of a transaction, by the way, at TheStreet.com. And what I found was amazing was how little I put in versus how much we made because of compounding. So it's really vital to stop making excuses. So we got healthcare, okay, right? We really got to emphasize healthcare. That's
really very important.
Then credit card.
Definitely
and then
very important.
No more procrastination. If you can't put away $5 a week, what are you even wasting your time watching? I don't want you watching me. I would purge you if I could, if you don't do those things.
And guys, there are apps out there that will help you save just automatically. I've got one that just called Capital that just moves my money without me even thinking about it.
I got one of those too. It's interesting.
Yeah, right?
My Marcus rate just went down.
Yeah. All right, Jim, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you for joining us.
Happy
you. 4th of July.
Happy Independence Day.
All right, guys, if you're watching on TheStreet.com or on Facebook, we are now heading over to our Action Alerts Plus Daily Rundown show over on ActionAlertsPlus.com. I'm Catherine Ross, and we'll see you tomorrow.